Ladies and gentlemen, it is Professor Ivan here for the final time. It's gonna be so sad to lose you guys. The smoothie bar is shutting down. We're gone out of business, but here's what I think. I think we deserve to go out with a bang, don't you? Yes? So, here's what we're gonna do for the final big finale. We do this thing called elephant's toothpaste. Now, this is how it works. You get some hydrogen peroxide, because we all got that lying around. And then you pop it with some sort of soapy stuff and some food coloring. And wow, big reaction. Look at that. Yeah! Goodbye, everybody, forever. I'm gonna miss you so much. I have nowhere to go. Can we do one last game together? Okay. Hello, welcome to the Coastline Kids Smoothie Bar. Unfortunately, I've got some really bad news. We just haven't been making enough smoothie sales in the smoothie bar. Professor Ivan has been really distracted recently. He's been accidentally blowing things up, and all his new flavors that he's been inventing, well, they've been going down really badly. Dog food and kale smoothie was not a hit. Orange, pepper, and maggots, that also hasn't done very well. And then the one that he swore would switch things around for us has only sold one smoothie.
Wow.
And that was actually to Professor Ivan, who immediately threw up after drinking it. No one else in their right mind wanted to try soil, tree trunk, and Marmite smoothie for some reason. But, the business is closing down, but that's all right. Let's make the most of it today. Remember the good times that we had in the smoothie bar, learning about the fruits of the Spirit. Can you remember them all? There was love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, self-control. I got them all in the end, not necessarily in the right order. Let's sing then, shall we, our Fruit of the Spirit song to help us remember all of the fruits one last time and remember where this all started. Jesus, thank you for the fun that we've been having here in the smoothie bar, learning about the fruits of the Spirit and getting to know you more. Amen.
Fruits of the Spirit grow in our lives. When we follow Jesus, we will be just fine. You've got love, joy, peace, patience, and faithfulness, kindness, goodness, self-control, and gentleness. Jump up and down, now turn around. Everybody touch the ground. Here we go now. Find somebody and do a high five. Now somebody
and it is our final chance to beat a world record. If we do not, I am going to retire. I'm going to move to a mysterious country where you'll never see me again. My scientific experiments are all failing because all I can think about at the moment is the next world record attempt and to beat, and it's ruining me and it's ruining my life. Michael has come closest to winning and beating a world record so far. So I'm going to give the final one, the final world record attempt to him to try and beat. The world record attempt is to eat a slice of bread in the fastest time possible. I've seen him eating a sandwich and it takes him no time at all. Plus, of course, if he doesn't manage, we will have to fight him at the end of the episode. Are you ready, Michael? We have a lot riding on this. I mean, I'll give it a go, but it feels like a lot of pressure, Ivan. What actually is the fastest time to eat a slice of bread? Oh, yes, good point. Let me have a look. It's 8.47 seconds. Oh dear. What? How do you think I'll ever manage that? Michael, I'm running out of options. Please, I believe in you. Do your best. Eat that slice of bread. All right then, 8.47 seconds. I've gone for a seeded slice of bread in the hope that the seeds will slide down nice and quickly. I mean, let's try and figure out a method. Do I go for a fold and stuff and then show my mouth? I reckon that's a good method. Or do I just go for the straight bite, which probably will take a bit longer. I'm gonna go for the fold stuff in the mouth and just get it down. 8.47 seconds. That is a tough time to beat. Let's do it. Let's see if I can beat a world record. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, always so bad. Oh, come on. It's very dry, bread. It is very dry. The stuff all in definitely didn't work, right? Let's keep going, see if I can get it all in there. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, he's eating regurgitated bread right now. This is the loaves I stooped to for Professor Ivan. So this thing bread is absolutely delicious, isn't it? Ready? Here we go. The big finale. How close was that to 8.47 seconds? Not good at all. Oh, man. So what happens now? Professor Ivan retires. Unbelievable. 8 seconds to eat a slice of bread. It's surely impossible. Anyway, I haven't managed. I'm getting a pie at the end. Ivan is sacking himself off to, I don't know, some other country and retiring. So I guess it's just me and you now. And let's do one of my favorite parts, right? Shall we? Let's read the Bible together. I love to read the Bible. It is sort of like a history book, the Word of God. It's all the stuff that God says to his people, like us, right? And we're looking back, and sometimes I struggle to read. So you know what makes it a lot easier for me? Watching stuff. So that's what I've done exactly here. I'm gonna read this out to you, but as I read, I'll act it out. So you can transport your mind back 2,000 years ago and watch it as if it's happening in real life in front of you. So here we go. We're gonna read from Matthew 4, verses 1 to 11. It's my budget Bible bits. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted there by the devil. For 40 days and 40 nights he fasted and became very hungry. During that time, the devil came and said to him,
"If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become loaves of bread."
But Jesus told him, "No! The scriptures say, people do not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." Then the devil took him to the holy city, Jerusalem, to the highest point of the temple, and said,
"If you're the Son of God, jump off! For the scriptures say, he will order his angels to protect protect you. And they will hold you up with their hands, for you won't even hurt your foot on a stone.
Jesus responded, "The scriptures also say you must not test the Lord your God." Next, the devil took him to the peak of a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory.
And I will give it all to you,
He said,
if you will kneel down and worship me.
"Oh, get out of here, Satan," Jesus told him. "For the scriptures say you must worship the Lord your God and serve only him." Then the devil went away, and angels came and took care of Jesus. Are you more of a dog person or a cat person? Do you prefer dogs or cats? I am definitely a cat person. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I find dogs a little bit scary. But apparently, more people, I looked it up on Google, more people prefer dogs to cats. In fact, people love dogs so much that there is a dog show every year called Crufts, where people bring along their dogs and show off the skills of their dogs. They can do tricks and all sorts of stuff, but of course, my favourite is when it goes wrong. There's this dog who wouldn't go with its owner. Then you've got this dog who couldn't quite make it over the jump. And then this dog who, well, he did a poo. He did a poo in the middle of the dog show. People go to Crufts to show off just how well they've trained their dogs. And if you get a dog without any training and put a doggy treat in front of it and say, wait, they will not be able to control themselves. They're just gonna eat the treat. But with a bit of practice, you can train a dog to have enough self-control to not eat the dog treat until you tell him that he can. Self-control is our final fruit of the Spirit, and it is one of the most difficult ones to have. It means being in control of ourselves, what we do, and how we react to things. And so for a dog, self-control might mean not eating that treat when it's placed directly in front of them.
Hello, Professor Ivan here. I haven't quite retired yet. You might think it sounds quite easy to have self-control, but a scientist, a bit like me, did an experiment to see. She gave a bunch of children a marshmallow and said, if you have enough self-control to not eat this marshmallow for 15 minutes, I'll give you another one. We all love marshmallows, eh? But if you eat it before 15 minutes, then you only get to have one marshmallow. Look at how they did, right? Lots of them are really struggling not to eat the marshmallow. Oh no, don't eat it, no, oh no. And lots of them ended up eating the marshmallow early. What did you notice about the people who did best at the test? They looked away. They didn't even go near the marshmallow. The people that did the worst were the people who picked it up, had a little smell, maybe touched the tip of their tongue to the marshmallow. They nearly always ended up eating it.
The Bible passage we looked at today showed Jesus in a time of temptation. It would have been easy for him to turn the stones into bread and eat it. And he would have been very hungry. It said at the start he hadn't eaten for 40 days and 40 nights. And he was powerful enough. He's God. He could have changed the stones into bread. But instead, he had self-control. And he said to the devil, I'm not doing what you tell me to do. I only listen to God. Isn't that incredible? Jesus lived his whole life without doing a single thing wrong. He had the most self-control out of anyone. And wouldn't it be great to be full of self-control too? We can do what the kids in the marshmallow video didn't do very well by running away, going in the opposite direction, looking away when we're tempted to do the wrong thing. And we can do what Jesus did, which was to follow God instead of following the things that we know are wrong. Sometimes though, we won't quite manage to have enough self-control. This happened to me I'm sure it's happened to you. And when that happens, and we've done something bad, we haven't had self-control, we've stolen something, we've taken a little sweet or something of someone's without them knowing, or we've told a lie and we mess up, Jesus doesn't stand there looking all unhappy and shaking his head. No. Instead, we can say, Jesus, I'm sorry. And he'll stand there, open his arms wide, and give us a big hug and welcome us back in. I'm gonna get you to pause the video now, and you can spend some time chatting about the questions that are gonna come up on the screen. And you can also spend some time praying for each other. So pause the video now. Great, let's spend some time now doing chat and catch. We're gonna chat to Jesus just like you might chat to a friend. And you might wanna close your eyes and picture Jesus in your head as you talk to him. And then I'll give you some things to chat to Jesus about, which you can say to him in your head, or you can whisper them in your hands if you'd like to. Everyone could do this, absolutely anyone, kids or adults, so everyone, I'd love you to join in with me as we do this now. Are you ready? Let's close our eyes just to kind of stop ourselves being distracted. And the first thing I'd like you to tell Jesus is, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what food would it be? Tell Jesus that now. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what food would it be? Great. Next, you're going to tell Jesus if there's anything that you've done this week that was a little bit embarrassing, something you might have embarrassed yourself with. And last thing I'd like you to tell Jesus is about the best present that you've ever been given and why you liked it so much. What was the best present? Great. And the best thing about chatting to Jesus is that he often likes to speak to us too. But do you know what? He doesn't usually speak in a big booming voice. Like when you talk to your friends and you can hear what they're saying. Sometimes we have to try and catch what Jesus is saying. You might hear him speak just with a little thought in your head, a thought that pops into your mind, or a picture that pops into your head, or maybe you just have a feeling. Sometimes you have a feeling. Usually, if it's a good thing and you don't think that you've come up with it, it might be from Jesus. So, should we try it, shall we? Let's have a go. We're going to spend some time now and to ask Jesus if Jesus, this is what you can say. You can say, Jesus, if you could be an animal, what animal would you be and why? Let's ask that now, shall we? Jesus, if you could be an animal, what animal would you be and why? It can be really helpful to hear about how other people hear from Jesus. And actually, this time when I asked Jesus that question, I asked him that question, if you could be an animal, what animal would you be and why? I closed my eyes and I saw, just instantly as I closed my eyes, I had this picture of an eagle flying. And I was like, okay, well, that's a bit weird. Maybe Jesus is saying that he'd be an eagle, but that doesn't make much sense, does it? Why would he be an eagle? Aren't they like predators or whatever? So then I asked Jesus, I said, okay, Jesus, why would you be an eagle? Why are you talking about being an eagle? And then I just had this thought pop into my mind, which was, well, an eagle can be up top, above the earth, looking down at everything and watching out for us. And I thought that's what Jesus was saying, that he's there looking at us, watching out for us and protecting us, like an eagle could do if something was coming in harm's way. He swoops down and gets the thing that was trying to attack us, and that he's saying, Jesus is there. This is what I felt like he was saying to me, that he felt like he'd be an eagle because he's there protecting us, looking down on us. Isn't that cool? I wonder if you got anything this week. Don't worry if you didn't. It can take a really long time to learn how to do it. And do you know what? A lot of the time when I ask Jesus questions, I don't really hear answers. Luckily, for some reason, anytime I turn on the video or I'm in Coastline Kids and I ask him a question in this chat and catch bit, he usually says something to me, right? I don't know why that is. I think that's so that I can help you guys to understand. But a lot of the time, I'm there in my bedroom and I'm asking Jesus questions, and I don't really catch much. So sometimes you catch stuff, sometimes you don't. It doesn't mean anything either way. It's just sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And that is completely okay. Jesus loves you no matter what. Right, let's worship Jesus together, shall we? Because he is so, so good. Jesus, we want to worship you now. Thank you that you give us self-control, and we choose with what we can do with ourselves to worship you now and have loads of fun like that. Amen.
I was lost with a broken heart. You picked me up, now I'm set apart. From the ash I am born again, forever safe in the Savior's hands. You are more than my words could say. I follow you for all my days. Fix my eyes, follow in your ways. Forever free in unending grace. Your son down and set me free. Everything of this world will fade. I'm pressing on till I see your face. I will live that your will be done. I won't stop till your kingdom come. Cause you are my freedom. We lift you higher, lift you higher. Your love never ending. You are alive in us. Nothing can take your place. You are all we need. Your love has set us free.
Right, everyone get low as you can, right to the ground. And then when we jump up, we're gonna go as high and as crazy as possible.
You are my freedom. We lift you higher. You are my freedom. We lift you higher, lift you higher. Your love never ending. Let's go crazy. You are alive in us. Nothing can take your place. You are all we need. Your love has set us free. You are alive in us. Nothing can take your place. You are all we need. Your love has set us free.
That is it. The end of today's session. Next week, we're going to be back with something brand new, a whole new theme, maybe some new characters, some new people you might see. The smoothie bar is shutting down. I know. Professor Ivan said something about retiring earlier. So let's close the door on the smoothie bar for the last time. Goodbye, smoothie bar.
Wait. I'm not left yet. We can't just leave the smoothie bar behind like this. I've come up with a brand new smoothie. Rat smoothie. It's got rats in it, real rats.
No way! I am not trying that rat smoothie. That is not for me.
Okay, well, what about if we move into the snack business? I've got a great snack idea. Try this, pie! Goodbye, everyone. How could we possibly do a session without a pie at the very end?
Awful! Right, I'm gonna go get cleaned up. See you next week for a brand new, exciting theme. I can't see or breathe or anything. Bye. Ugh.